Alrighty, I think we're in week 6. This is actually going to be the last video for the next 2 weeks, till January. I decided to take just a break off of working. I did a little bit of work this week, in the beginning of the week, and this video is a little bit late, so I guess it was last week. But I am going to be away for most of the rest of the month, so I figured I might as well just take a break anyway. I will be starting up a little bit before January to do a little work and get back into the flow of things, but starting January 1st, I'm going to be working 9 to 5 every weekday, and potentially some on weekends as well. So really kicking into actual gear, as it were. So I will have much more regular updates and hopefully more things getting finished faster. That said, I did get one extra piece in that I'm very happy I was able to get working. It's adding in a special enemy spawn. So there are the regular enemy spawn points that I was kind of going over the last video, where each section will have like spawn points, maybe one here and here and here, and they rotate every time you come through. It picks a random enemy to spawn out of that specific spawn point's list of enemies it can spawn. That's a very large mouthful of words and probably doesn't make sense, so just look at the last video if that doesn't make sense. I think I explained it fairly well, and there were visual cues. So what I want to do is have enemies that would only spawn once. If you kill them, then they don't spawn anymore. As long as they have health, then they just continue spawning every time you'd come back into the section. Then once you've killed them the first time, then they wouldn't spawn and that's ever again. And the idea that I wanted to have that working for is like special enemies which might block a path or something. You have to kill them to continue going through, or and I mean this works for bosses too, but like maybe they just drop special items or what have you. This system would be working for that. So I have it right now so that when I come into this section, there's this enemy spawning over here that is my special enemy. I have it right now set to immediately reduce its health to 0 right after it makes the object. So this thing gets spawned and its health gets reduced to 0. Nothing's happening right now because I haven't like put in anything besides 3D objects so far. But once I leave and come back in, this enemy will never spawn again because its health was reduced to 0. If and I don't have functionality to do this right now, but if I had it set so that it wasn't losing health, it would continue to spawn every single time that I came back in to the section. And that's what I've got going for this week. I have a pretty big list of notes that I'm going to kind of work on a little bit before I start really trudging into things on the new year. But it's kind of some of, if not all of, the things I have been talking about in the last couple videos. Getting some design things down, and just general fixes and tunes that I need to work on right now. But yeah, once I get back, I'll have more regular videos, and I guess I'm done rambling. Alright, I will have another video in a couple weeks.